Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University.
Hi students, welcome to the Chaitanya studio of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. Today we are going to start block 1, that is human skills, fundamentals of human skills. In that we have seen the first chapter, basics of human skills, and this we have studied second unit, that is personality. Today we will start our unit 3, that is group. To begin with, let's start with definition. Before that, we will see the learning objectives. We will study the various stages of group formation. Next, we will see issues related to group conformity. And third, we will see the concepts of group norms, group goals, and group emotions. Let's start with introduction. Definition. Group consists of two or more individuals who come together to achieve particular goal. Let's take an example. When we were in school, we friends come together to study for exam, that is group studies. We called it as a group studies. Next, you can see nowadays the students come together for group projects as well. Next, goal in organization, job goals. For job goals, every individual, every members of the organization comes together for working on a specific task, for specific goals to achieve. They come together and form a group. Third is interest area. Suppose you are interested in playing cards and you want some partner, so you will try to welcome others of the same interest and form a group to play a cards, to play a carom, etc. Next, we will see the two types of group. One is formal group and next is informal groups. What do you mean by formal groups? Formal groups in organization, you can see associations of the industries. You can see chambers like Chamber of Commerce. So what are they? They are formal groups. The members of each and every organization, each and every industry comes together, form a group to work for a specific task, specific goal. Next is informal groups. Informal groups means natural formation, as we have studied. The two or more friends come together, that is natural formation. When you are in party, in marriage, you will see your aunties, your uncles, of like each and every member who were present during the marriage will come together and form a group, that is natural formation. Next, why do people join groups? We need to understand that we humans are social animal. Why we want to join the groups? First reason is for social security. We will always try to stay in a group. When you are in party, if you take an example of home, you stay with your father, mother, siblings, your grandparents, then you go out in marriage, you will see your uncle, aunties, cousins. So these all are types of individual members who form a group. We come together for a security. Next comes status. What do you mean by status? Why it is important? Let's take an example. If you join XY political party and you joined as an president of that party, what that status will be for you? That is for that will be the self-esteem for you. It is a status for you. So people join groups for the status. As an individual, you join any political party, that is for your status, for your self-esteem. Third comes affiliation. Affiliation, we join the society for affiliation. The person should be affiliated. And the last one is for goal achievement. This both will go together. Whenever you form a group, that group must have some goal. Without goal, without any task, the group cannot be formed. Next we will see the Tuxman stages of team life cycle or group life cycle. In this, there are 5 stages. First is forming stage. Forming stage means formation of a group. We have one specific goal, and because of that goal, we form the group, and that is the first stage of team life cycle. Next come storming stage. What do you mean by storming? Storming means each and every individual who joins the group as a member of that group comes together to discuss the strategies, to understand the point, to understand the goals. They will form the group. In this storming stage, people will come together to discuss the strategies. In this stage, sometimes conflicts may arise, and some of the cases you might seen, because in this stage the group dissolves. After this, the third stage come norming stage. In norming stage, individual has to start as per the strategy they have decided. Right. Now, they have to start working for their goal, and after completing this stage, they have to start actually performing this, actually performing the goal. Let us take an example here, Team India. Team India, every member, the leader, the captain we can say, come up with a list of the players that these are the players they have selected for the World Cup match. Then next stage will come storming. Storming, what will happen? Every members will start discussing the strategies. Will sit together and discuss the strategies. In this stage, what will happen? They will think of how many batsmen they want, how many bowlers they want, what will be the strategy for them to win the World Cup. Now, next will come the norming stage. After deciding their strategies, they have to start practicing their match, and after practicing, the final stage will come, performing, the final day of the match, where each and every player has to perform. Without their efforts, without their performance, the team won't be able to win. The next comes, the last is adjourning. In this stage, after the team performed, they win the World Cup, they will adjourn. Adjourn means breaking of the team, and the team will dissolve. Here we come to the word, here we have heard the word goal. What do you mean by goal? Goal should be a part of vision and mission statement. It should be smart. Without smart goals, you won't be able to achieve the target on time. Let's elaborately understand this. Smart goals means S stands for specified, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for relevant, and T stands for time bound. Let's take an example here. One banker, the team leader of one XYZ bank, gives the target to their team to achieve, to reach the 15 lakh customers in a year. So, this is the target, the specified target. Next is measurable. Yes, in a year, that is 365 days, one team of 15 members can reach the 15 lakh customers. A, that is achievable. Yes, this target is achievable. R is relevant. R stands for relevant. Is this target is relevant? Yes, in banking sector, to reach the customer for financial help, for credit card, for loan, it is the relevant, you can say. And time bound. Time bound means you have to give exact time, exact duration to your team to achieve that particular task, particular goal. Okay. Now we'll next move on to group norms. Why group norms? Why it is important? Say, let's take an example. We sit together in our family and we were discussing about the 25th December party. You must have observed your aunties want something else, your cousins want something else, you want something else. So, here this is an informal group. So, here you don't have rules or you don't have rules to follow. In an organization, if similar kind of behavior, if you see similar kind of behavior from each and every individual of that group, so the chaos will generate. So, it is very important to behave in certain you have to behave in certain manner. That is, you have to follow the rules and responsibility. As per the rules, you have to speak up during the meetings, during the board meetings, you have to put your points. If in that case you stop talking, if you don't put your point, so what will happen? Next, in simple terms, how you are supposed to behave. Next, we will see the conformity. What do you mean by conformity? Conformity is the act of matching attitudes, beliefs and behaviors to group norms. Right. In your book, you must have read there are 4 types of influences are mentioned. One is normative, second informative, third is minority influences and fourth is gender influences. Here we are covering 2 main. One is normative influence. What do you mean by normative influence? Let's take an example. When you are in a group of a college, say, let's take an example of college, when you are in group and everyone wants to go for strike because they don't want any professors to take that lecture. So, they want the rest of the members want to go for strike. What will happen? You as an individual likes that professor, like that lecture and you want that lecture to be happened on that day, but because group is going against, group wants to go for strike, you will definitely behave as per them. So, here in this photo you can see everyone is jumping. Here sometimes it happens, reason is you try to avoid the punishment. If the trainer is training the soldiers and if one don't jump, will definitely get the punishment. So, here you will try to avoid the punishment, so you will start behaving as per the group. Next one is informational social influence. Here you can see the picture, one child is trying to copying from the others. If you see this photo, you must recall your school days when you were trying to copying from your classmates to be right, to be first in a class. If your faculty, if your teacher gives you one assignment and you would like to, you don't know how to write that assignments, what you will do? You will trying to copy from your classmates. This is what is informational social influence. It is because to gain the knowledge or to be right. Next comes group dynamics. Group dynamics deal with the attitudes and behavior patterns of a group. Next, we have to understand the 8 components of team building. These 8 components are very important. First component is clear expectation. When you form a group, you should have the clear expectation what you want from this group, what is your target, what you want to achieve. It should you should have very specific and it should be very clear. Next comes commitment. Here commitment stands for, like, every individual is joining that group. You want to achieve suppose XYZ goal, and if one team member is performing and other one is not performing, so you won't be able to achieve the target on time. So here each and every individual, each and every member has to be committed. Third is competence. Competence means if you form a group, suppose you have XYZ task, you have formed a group and one person, one individual, one member don't have the knowledge about that task, won't be able to perform. So knowledge, skills and attitude is very important. Attitude is the main important part for achieving the goals, because if X is not X is if X don't wish to perform according to the group mission, group vision, so the task would not be achieved. Next comes control. Why control? Control is very important. Control, not only enough freedom should be given to each and every individual, but also we should give the accountability that you have done this, you are accountable for the task what you have done. Next comes communication. Communication is the regular feedback, honesty and diverse opinions. In this, everyone in communication, regular feedback is very important. Regular as well as honest feedback is very important, because if X individual member is not honestly communicating with Y individuals or not communicating with properly with the leader, the goal would not be able to achieve. So communication is very important. Collaboration. Next is collaboration. Collaboration means team members as well as the team leaders has to understand the roles and responsibilities of their own. The seventh one is creativity. Creativity means here every individual has to perform, every individual has to communicate, every individual has to give new ideas, try to give new ideas, every individual has need to find out the unique solutions to achieve the task. The last one is coordination. Coordination means each and every team member should be coordinate with the team leader to achieve the target, to achieve the goal. Let's sum up here. Today we have discussed the various dimensions of group, types of groups, we have studied the classification of groups, then we have studied the 5 stages of Tuxman, that is, first forming, second storming, third norming, fourth performing and last one was adjourning. After that we have studied the group norms and conformity, and lastly we have understood the 8 C's for team or group building. Let's come to an end of this session. We would request you to read our content, participate in the online forum and answer the questions which we have listed on what you have learned today. We will see you soon. Thank you.